Hey guys, this is CyberKnight 8610, and here's finally the Ice Barrier deck profile. I know a lot of people have wanted me to make an Ice Barrier deck. They're pretty interesting cards. I really like the artwork on these cards. It seems like it's one of those art types that they actually work really hard on the artwork, you know, sort of like with Gustos as well. It's another one of those that I've really noticed how the artwork's just really neat on them. And anyway, so yeah, this is kind of my first test version of Ice Barriers. I haven't tested them too much, so don't be too mean. But yeah, I know there's still a few changes needed on these. I'm still kind of new to the whole Ice Barrier thing, but it's another one of those that, you know, not many people talk about these, and I'm getting so sick of the same old deck profiles these days, whether it's, you know, everything with Rescue Rabbit. So yeah, I wanted to make some more original deck profile videos, so here we go. Alright, first we have Prior of the Ice Barrier. Of course, he's the new one from Photon Shockwave. Really useful. It's a really good common card, you know, he's just a common and everything, and it's really nice to see that they got some more support. Really helpful because you can special summon really easily. And yeah, it's just really nice card. You know, it's another one of those commons, sort of like with Spore. You know, it's kind of amazing that they were actually printed as commons and not higher rarities because they're really good cards. Junk Synchron. I have two of them. It comes in handy, you know, with things like Prior and stuff. And, you know, with Synchro Summoning, of course, and that's really the only reason he's in there. It does come in handy for the Synchros, though, and you gotta have a little bit more power in the Ice Barrier decks. From what I've noticed, they don't all have that much power, but they do go with a lot of lockdowns, so I like kind of having a Junk Synchron as sort of a backup. Two Strategist of the Ice Barrier. A really amazing card. I've seen a lot of people run 3. I'm testing with 2 right now. I might go with 3. Really nice card, and yeah, I mean, what more can you say about him? He does help a lot with the draw engine kind of thing with Ice Barriers, and, you know, it's just, I guess you would consider him a staple of Ice Barriers, really. Alright, we have 2 General Gantala of the Ice Barrier. I think it's Gantala is how you pronounce it. I don't know. He's, in my opinion, the best general. He has the best effect that he can actually work with the Ice Barriers. You know, some of the generals are actually pretty pathetic, which is kind of sad, you know, because they're supposed to be, I think there's 3 generals in Ice Barriers, and this one is by far the best one. Alright, then we have a Defender of the Ice Barrier. Let's see, here it is. It's another one that's pretty useful. I like it mainly because it is at level 3 and it can help me out with some XCs as well. I kind of like having some level 3 XCs here and there. So yeah, that's the reason I mainly use it. It has a pretty good effect as well. And yeah, of course, you know, it's I don't know if I'd consider it a staple or not, but it's a really useful card. Like I said, I mainly like it because it's a level 3 and I can use it for XC summoning. Alright, now you got 2 Dance Princess of the Ice Barrier. It's one of the best Ice Barrier cards. Really comes in handy with clearing, I believe, the back row of your opponent's monsters. So yeah, you know, spells and traps, I mean. And yeah, it just clears all the spells and traps. It's really, really useful. The artwork's really nice on that card as well. That's probably the highest dollar Ice Barrier card, too. That's not a Synchro. So yeah, it's really nice. Some people I've seen run 3. I feel like 2's a good number for that. I just don't think, I'm afraid, you know, with 3... it just might get in the way. I don't know. Sojo of the Ice Barrier, another great card. It's a secret rare one, so it looks really neat. It adds the lockdown, of course. It's kind of slow in some versions of it, but it can really come in handy, of course, like I said, with the lockdown. Once you get the right Ice Barriers out, you can completely lock down your opponent and just destroy them. It's really amazing how the lockdown is with this archetype. Alright, and then you got 2 Cryomancer of the Ice Barriers. So yeah, he helps with defending your monsters where they can't declare an attack. And it's good to have a tuner as well, you know, level 2 tuner. It really comes in handy with the Synchros, of course, because they pretty much all need a level 2. And yeah, it's really good card. It's probably, I would say it's probably the best tuner for the Ice Barriers. 2 Samurai. Some people might not like Samurai. The reason I run it is because it does have a nice attack power of 1,800, which is really useful. It can kind of help out with the draw engine. Its draw engine is really slow, though, because you do have to change it from attack and defense to draw a card. So yeah, but I mainly use it just for its attack power, and that it is a level 4. You can exceed with it, synchro summon, you know, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it's really useful, though. Alright, we have Secret Guards of the Ice Barrier. It's just kind of a thrown-in card. I really like the artwork for this one. I mean, see if we can kind of focus on this. It's a really nice card, and one of my favorites, really, in the artwork, at least. It comes in handy here and there. I feel like 1 is the perfect number. I don't see, you know, a reason to run more than 1, though. And just kind of thrown in Gorge, because Gorge just kind of comes handy. This deck, you know, can sometimes really use a monster that has a pretty good attack. Alright, now for the spells, we're just going to move these out of the way and get to our spells. 3 Medallion of the Ice Barrier. Of course, you got to have these, you know, they help search the ice barriers, so yeah, I mean, that's just kind of self-explanatory. Another great common, though. I thought that was neat. That was also a common. Surface helps out with a bit of the drawing and, you know, and other stuff where you can get a... Not drawing, where you can special summon monsters. Good grief. Thinking of other cards. Anyway, it helps with the special summoning and everything. So yeah, and of course being water, you know, all the ice barriers are water, so of course that card works perfectly with them. Salvage. It helps out, of course, with recycling monsters. You know, that's pretty self-explanatory. That's a pretty old card, too, and it still comes in handy. Moray of Greed. I was thinking of that when I was talking about servicing. It's pretty good for a draw engine. I use it on my Salvage Inca deck, and it really comes in handy. And it comes in handy a little bit on this one as well. I feel like, though, only one is good, though, for this. Dark Hole, of course, you gotta have your staples. Pot of Duality, I'm using only 2. I feel like 2 is a good number. I don't know if I plan to go 3 or not. Let's see, a Monster Reborn. Swords of Revealing Light, because sometimes with a lot of these monsters, they're pretty weak, and it's kind of hard to set up whenever your monsters keep getting destroyed, so you can't set up the lockdown really easy, so that kind of buys you a little bit of time if needed. And let's see, we have 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, because you gotta have them. Heavy Storm, of course, that's kind of become a staple these days. Well, yeah, it should be a staple, I mean, good grief. And Book of Moon. Yeah, those are all kind of basically your staples. And now for the traps. We have a Mirror Force. These are all just your basic staples for traps. Solemn Judgment. 2 Bottomless. I feel like those might be good. I really like Bottomless. I don't know why a lot of people are, you know, switching into Solemn Morning. I know Solemn Morning is sometimes better, but it seems like Bottomless is really nice as well. And Torrential Tribute, another great card to use. I use it a lot. And it's kind of basically a staple in like every deck that I build. So yeah, that is the traps. Let's get to the extra deck because I don't want this video to get too long. Alright, Gachi Genzetsu, I think it's how it's pronounced. It's a good card with Prior. You can actually bring it out. It's like the first time I've actually had a chance to run this card. It comes in handy here and there, and yeah, I mean, it's possible to bring it out. That's the reason I use it. And it's actually a pretty good XC monster. You know, I hope we get some more rank 2s that are pretty powerful as well really soon, because I know the OCG has a bunch of different XCs, and I can't wait till we get all those XC monsters. Alright, let's see. Leviathan Dragon. It's hard to bring out level rank 3s. I always want to call them levels. One of these days I'll get used to that. But rank 3s are kind of hard to bring out in this deck because I think I only have 2 level 3 monsters in the deck. But it is nice to kind of have that option. I always like to keep the options open using this deck. So yeah, it really comes in handy though. It's good to have that Leviathan Dragon. I feel like he's probably one of the better rank 3s because of his attack power. And like I said, this deck doesn't have much attack power, so I like running it. Black Ray Lancer, because, why? Because it's the first time I could actually run this card. It's a really good card, it's really underrated. This is like the first deck I've ever built that can actually run this card, and I think it's really neat. You know, I don't know why a lot of people underrate it. I know I need specific monsters, but there's going to be a lot of XCs in the future that are going to need specific monsters, and I think this is a pretty good one. And it can beat the numbers. See, I have been watching the anime. So yeah, and also we have, of course, our usual number 39, Utopia. You gotta have Utopia, it seems like these days. It's probably the best rank 4 out there, and it's one of the cheaper ones, so yeah, that's pretty nice. Still Swarm Roach, overhyped, I still say, yet I run one. It kind of comes in handy. I don't normally summon Still Swarm Roach at all. I always go for Utopia these days. And now for the Synchros. We got Magical Android, Catastor, let's see, we got Deloran, which is an awesome card as well. You can actually use this one, and it can really come in handy. I might go 2. I only have 1 right now anyway. That's the reason I'm really running 1. It might be good to go to 2. It's actually pretty cheap synchro now, so yeah, it's not bad. Bronic, of course, you gotta have Bronic in any extra deck, it seems like these days, that can synchro summon. Ganir. This is another one that I'm just using 1. I think 1 might be a good number, though, for this one, but if I see myself summoning this guy more, I might go with another one. But yeah, though, it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't think I've ever summoned him yet, except in the Inca Salvage deck. It was like the first time I could ever summon this card. Gaia Force the Earth. I've been running him a lot, I know, but I like the attack power. This card is really useful still. Let's see, we got our Black Rose Ghost, which looks amazing. And Stardust. I'm just kind of running it. It's Ghost, of course. That's another amazing looking card. And Trishula, because you gotta have all the Ice Barrier synchros. Just because. So yeah, that is the deck. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one. Like I said, I'm going to be working on Gusto's. Glider Beast I think is done. I just need to make a video of it. And I'm working, of course, on wind-ups. I'm still missing 2 wind-up rabbits. So if anyone has them, please contact me. Send me a message of them, not comments stuff. So yeah, please tell me if you guys have any ideas to make this deck better, of course, in the comments. Constructive criticism, please. Like I said, first time using ice barriers. Still trying to get my... trying to get used to them, really, because they do have a different strategy than most decks. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and please like this video, alright? Bye, guys. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed my latest video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button if you enjoyed this video. Also be sure to check out the links in the description. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, and website, cyberknight.com. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.